So today is a very exciting day because we are launching We Are Joy and by Marianne Pack. So I'm here with Marianne, the author, here today. Um, it's so good to be here with you, Marianne.
Thank you, Liz. I so appreciate you and your work with me and how you've just held my vision and my dream and helped me make it come true.
Yeah. And I know it was literally a joy to work on this book, like literally. Because life happens during the course of the day, our days, and I did find myself on certain days waking up and feeling in a funk and having some life challenges going on with family and just life during the course of working on this book. And I benefited from it as I was working on it, right? Like as I'm editing the pages, as I'm pulling the pages together, it felt so good to be able to go, you know what? I might feel this way, but what can I do to like honor the feeling and also choose something else? And the book helped me get in that space, not to just like totally ignore how I was feeling, but like to be with it and then be like, okay, I actually can shift into feelings that feel better. So I just wanted to say thank you first of all for making this thing. And I know that it's going to help a lot of people that find themselves with things that go on and all of our feelings, right? How to be with our emotions in a different way. And the challenges that we face in life too. So I'd love to hear from you just a little bit about the work that you do in the world. Could you share a little bit about that?
Sure. I think my favorite title is that I'm a joy advocate. And I started calling myself that, I think, last year. And it's just to be able to claim that shifted something in me. Just to be able to say, this is who I really am. On the inside, this is who I am. I may not always do everything right or say everything right, and of course air quotes on right, but that I always have a choice to come back to who I really am, the wholeness of who I am, blending spirit, mind, and body. And so I love reminding people who they are. My spirit guides, the many, always tell me to remind everyone of their innate goodness, because I wasn't taught that I was innately good. And so that made a huge difference for me when I could actually claim that's who I am and bless myself with that, because it wasn't always that way. I was queen of complaining and for years, and lived a very sickly life because of it. So now to live in joy and have that peace, sure, there's ebbs and flows, like you were talking about. We get in our funks, we get in our valleys, but our peaks are just as important as our valleys, and they all work together to bring us to who we are right now, right here.
And I love this part of this is one thing that has drawn me to work with you, Marianne, because we have that similar experience of in the religions that we were raised in, this kind of paradigm, which a lot of people are raised in this belief system that's like we're inherently bad and there's something wrong with us, right? And so that could be a default that we don't even realize that we have in our mindset, right? We might not even realize that that's how we're viewing the world or operating. And to recognize that we don't need to have that worldview, like we can shift it open ourselves up to different experiences of being able to enjoy this moment, to be able to find joy in different times in our life without this like layer. So and I think that comes through in the book for me in my reading of it, because it's you could be like, oh, just be joyful, smack, smack, like,
Right, exactly.
like it's not just like smack, smack.
Snap out of it.
Yeah, snap out of it, get yourself together. Like there's a lot that goes into how we show up in the world and our how we process our emotions. And I think you do a really lovely job of that with this, that to bring that mindfulness to it too.
I appreciate that. Yes, I always, when I first started learning about law of attraction and mindset and transformation and personal growth and all this, I kept shaming myself for all those other less than perfect, joyful, loving, appreciative feelings. And then it's like, wait, it's okay if I have those lower vibrational feelings, because I certainly need the contrast to know what I really do and don't want. So I have to be able to identify those two things, and we do it by our feelings, our emotional guidance that we have, this gift of emotions, because our emotions tell on our thoughts every single time. A thought either feels good or it feels bad, and we have the choice.
Yeah.
We don't have to live by those indoctrinated beliefs. And again, I always let people know these indoctrination doesn't have to just be from religious. It could be cultural, social, familial. If you were taught anything that is dogmatic, it can only be thought of this way, it can only believe this way, this is the only way, then you have been indoctrinated with limiting beliefs that are not for your highest good. So to be able to release some of those and think, but what would be for my highest good? Oh yeah, feeling good would do that. Let's reach for something, a thought that feels a little better, then a little better, then a little better. And finally, we're getting to the place of joy.
I've started, so I've done meditation every morning for a very long time, and it's just part of the life, right? But I used to do it much more kind of structured, of like, okay, 20 minutes sit, or like do a chant for 20 minutes, very kind of serious. And now literally my meditation is 11 minutes. I still am laying in bed, and my only job is, let me just think of one more good thing. So I'm just thinking of like, oh, that's one more, oh, that feels good to think about. That feels good to think about.
Yes.
And then that's how I get up and like looking at the day, right, of having gathered those thoughts. And so it reminds me of that, right, of how do we just find that next thing that's gonna get us into a place of possibility for the day and for caring for other people. If we're feeling like any other of the lower stuff, it's hard to connect with others, and it's hard to see the good things that are showing up for us, right?
Yeah. And so many times though, when we notice we're in that kind of funk, that little lower vibrational energy, we can still find some little thing. I know you have your cat, petting your cat,
Right.
Looking outside for a few minutes, just stepping out the door and taking a breath, or anything. There's so many little things. You're not jumping all the way to joy from depression. You can't physiologically and energetically do that, but you can creep up little by little by little. And that's where we finally start taking those little steps. You'll never do a quantum leap. It's energetically impossible, but you can incrementally move up, feeling better by step by step by step, so that you can have those moments of joy, because I know we're here to experience as much joy as possible.
Right. Oh, that's so perfect. That makes me think of my my comfy blanket. I always like to have soft blankets around me. Sometimes that's where I'm going to next. It's like, well, I don't feel great, but this is very soft.
Yes.
Or petting the cat, right? And it starts shifting. Yeah.
Some little moment of satisfaction or appreciation is just the diggity bomb. I mean, it's where we need to go every time that we're kind of feeling that lull. And it's not bad to feel those lulls. So don't poo-poo yourself. Don't, feel defeated by that, because I did that for a long time. And then I thought, why am I shaming myself? It's just a feeling.
Right.
I know this too shall pass, so nothing's permanent. We're always changing and every moment changes. So, but in every moment, if you could just catch a glimpse of a little something to appreciate or something that's going right or something joyful, it just helps get us back up out of the funks when we feel those lulls. Yeah.
So I think we had talked about a few paragraphs you'd like to read.
Oh, yeah.
You share?
Yes, thank you. This is a chapter about having a good day, having a great day, unless you've made other plans. Have a great day. How many times have you been wished a great day in passing? Maybe someone you loved wished you a great day, so you knew they really meant it. Did you take them up on it? Did you decide to have a great day, or did you make other plans? How much planning goes into having a great day? For starters, your great day begins the night before. A great day is something you intend for and plan for. A great day cannot be left to chance. There is some effort in creating great days. If you're in a crappy mood when you go to sleep, you'll most likely wake up in the same crappy mood. This isn't rocket science. If there's momentum going, it will be more difficult to stop it and turn things around. It doesn't have to be that way because when you sleep, your momentum from the previous day's thoughts subside. This really is good to know. As your previous day's thoughts subside during sleep, this includes your resistant thoughts. When you awaken, you have a fresh day to start anew. You are blessed with a brand new baby day. Only you choose what kind of day you will experience. You could wake up and start thinking where you left off the night before, and that could either be good or bad, happy or crappy, empowered or disempowered. It's always your choice for the kind of day you'll have. If you'd like to plan on having a great day, start the night before, and when you lay your head on that pillow, think of things you appreciate. Appreciate the roof over your head, the conditioned air, the cozy bed and blankies, your fluffy pillow. Appreciate the well-being you experience. Even if you're sick or hurting, there will be functions of your body that are operating properly without your direct management required. This was really big for me because I was moving out of being such a sick person and learning to appreciate my body's well-being. I chose to list all of the parts and functions that I could think of that were working right and appreciate them, and sort of ignore the parts that were sick or hurting. It helped so much. I still continue to appreciate my body in this way. I even thank my body for performing functions I don't even know about or understand. Appreciate the fact that you don't have to stay awake and tell your body to breathe for you or tell your heart to pump. Appreciate how wonderful that warm shower feels. Appreciate the sunrise or sunset you may have enjoyed. Appreciate the planets for staying balanced within the solar system. Appreciate the pets that love you unconditionally. Appreciate your positive aspects about what's going right in your life and the people you love. Once you start finding things to appreciate, sometimes you get on a roll and can hardly stop. The momentum of your happy thoughts is creating expansion with the law of attraction, which will continue to bring you more and more things to appreciate. Awesome, right? It's a whole lot easier to wake up with happy thoughts of a great day when you've gone to bed with a list of happy thoughts running through your mind the night before. I suppose you could make other plans, but why?
I love it so much. I love the expansiveness of that appreciation. That is right. It's like, it's not, it's inner, right? It's like all these things we don't even understand about how the body works, so we can be appreciative. It's appreciating this entire, galaxy of things that we have no idea what's going on out here. Like, right? There's so much to appreciate, and to appreciate the parts of our body that are working, and even the parts that we don't, even the fact that we don't have to tell ourselves to breathe and it just happens, right? Like there's a lot that is really magical in each moment. And I love that you are reminding us of that. Yeah, it's really cool. And so I want to make sure that people know how they can connect to you, because you have a lot of cool things going on. You're
Mhm.
just on Insight Timer, right? You just got
Yes, I just
meditations on
started to
Insight
upload.
Timer.
Yes, start to uploaded some meditations, and I have some waiting in the wings that I'm waiting for them to approve. So as soon as they do, there'll be a few more, and there'll be more and more coming on Insight Timer.
Oh, that's so neat. So we've got that there. And you have something that's coming up called the Joy Matrix membership, I believe, which
Yes.
is a wonderful way of keeping us in this feeling of remembering who we are, right? And to ways to connect with joy and stay in that vibration. You want to talk a little bit about that just for a moment?
Absolutely. I knew that I wanted to provide some kind of a membership where we could even go, study the books and just pull sections out of the book that we want to talk about. And so I created the Joy Matrix because it's a place where we are being birthed. Matrix is Latin for mother and womb. And so it's a birthing process. We are coming into the wholeness of who we are. And so to be into this, I wanted to offer a membership where we could come together at least a couple of times a month. Maybe more, we'll just see what this is going to be, an evolving community. And I want the input of the members. So it's going to be a founding member launch that is available right now in coinciding with the We Are Joy book series that's going to be coming out. And every time a book comes through, then we're going to open up for study on that and keep each other held up in that place of joy and support and comfort, when we do get in those lulls, and celebrate our joys when we're on those high mountaintops.
I love that you've created this, because there's so many folks in our lives that are connecting. They don't know how to connect from a place of joy or appreciation, that do connect through complaining about things, it's we love them. We love some of these people and they just haven't learned a different way. And so we might want to find people that are more in this space and are intentionally focused on appreciation and on the joy. And so I love that you've created a way to draw these people together so we can get some respite and refreshment with each other. So I think that's really cool. I forgot to mention that the book became bestseller already.
Yes!
Even though we're launching. So we've hit 3 bestseller categories on Amazon already. So thank you for everyone that has downloaded and the book, or ordered the paperback. If you haven't yet, please go do that. We'd love to have your support and your feedback on the book. And so thank you so much for taking the time, Mary Ann. So for the website to go to is maryanpack.com, and also
I have maryanpack.com, but the main book and the Joy Matrix is on wearejoybooks.com.
Perfect.
So everything is there. Under the connect button, you'll find the Joy Matrix. Otherwise, you'll find the book in a couple of different places, ways to order. And there's even available later, when I get my author copies in, that I'll be able to send out. You can order a signed copy, so you'll get it directly from me.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for taking time, Mary Ann. It was great to talk with you.
Thank you, Liz, for inviting me to be with you today.
Take care.